Okay, we'll see Hartley oscillator. Hartley oscillator is a type of harmonic oscillator which was invented by Ralph Hartley in 1915. There are the tuned circuit oscillators which are used to produce the waves in the range of radio frequency and hence are also referred to as RF oscillators. Its frequency of oscillation is decided by its tank circuit, which has a capacitor connected in parallel with the two serially connected inductors as shown in figure. You can see the diagram also. Here the R suffix C is the collector resistor, while the emitter resistor R suffix E forms the stabilizing network. Further, the resistors capital R1 and R2 form the voltage divider bias network for the transistor in common emitter configuration. Next, the capacitors C suffix I and C naught are the input and output decoupling capacitors, while the emitter capacitor C suffix E is the bypass capacitor used to bypass the amplified AC signals. All these components are identical to these present in the case of a common emitter amplifier, which is biased using a voltage divider network. However, figure 1 also shows one more set of components wise the inductors L1 and L2 and the capacitor capital C which form the tank circuit shown in dotted line. You can also see that on switching on the power supply, the transistor starts to conduct, leading to an increase in the collector current I suffix C, which charges the capacitor capital C. On acquiring the maximum charge feasible, capital C starts to discharge via the inductor L1 and L2. These charging and discharging cycles result in the damped oscillations in the tank circuit. The oscillations circuit in the tank circuit produces an AC voltage across the inductors L1 and L2, which are out of phase by 180 degrees as their point of contact is grounded. Further, from the figure, it is evident that the output of the amplifier is applied across the inductor L1, while the feedback voltage drawn across L2 is applied to the base of the transistor. Thus, one can conclude that the output of the amplifier is in phase with the tank circuit's voltage and supplies back the energy lost by it, while the energy fed back to the amplifier circuit will be out of phase by 180 degrees. The feedback voltage, which is already 180 degrees out of phase with the transistor, is provided by an additional 180 degrees phase shift due to the transistor action. Hence, the signal which appears at the transistor's output will be amplified and will have a net phase shift of 360 degrees. At this state, if one makes the gain of the circuit to be slightly greater than the feedback ratio given by capital beta is equal to L1 by L2. If the coils are wound on different cores, that is beta equal to L1 plus capital M by L2 plus capital M. If the coils are wound on the same core with M indicating the mutual inductance, then the circuit generates the oscillations which can be sustained by maintaining the gain of the circuit to be equal to that of the feedback ratio. This causes the circuit in figure 1 to act as an oscillator, as it would then satisfy both the conditions of the Bach-Orson criteria. The frequency of such an oscillator is given as capital F is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root L suffix effective EFF capital C, where L effective is the effective series inductance, which is expressed as L effective is equal to L1 plus L2 if the coils are wound on different cores. L effective is equal to L1 plus L2 plus 2M if the coils are wound on the same core. Okay, so this is about Hartley oscillators.